Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. In the last episode, we unlocked the absolutely massive overgrowth expansion for our ranch. There are so many pathways back there, so many twists and turns and nooks and crannies. I mean, it makes the grotto that we unlocked before look like the ranch's pinky toe in comparison. It is absolutely massive. I'm sure we haven't even scratched the surface yet. There are probably tons and tons of things in there that we still have to discover, but we did manage to find some Gordos. We found an adorable tabby Gordo who we fed tons of these chickens that are roaming around our farm right now until it finally popped and gave us a teleporter. And that's where we found one of our pink Gordo friends who should be able to give us another slime key, so we can unlock one of the doors that we can find spread throughout the world and maybe find a brand new area with brand new slimes. That's the hope anyway, so I think today our main focus is just going to be finding enough food for the Gordo to eat, and luckily in between episodes I did manage to gather up an absolute ton of food from all of the gardens that we have growing around our world right now. So we have tons of carrots, we have tons of heartbeats, we have a couple odd onions because those are a bit trickier for us to gather up, and then we have tons and tons of pogo fruits. The nice thing about the overgrowth too, even though we don't have any gardens just yet, we can actually harvest some food from there because we have tiny little patches of carrots and tiny trees full of pogo fruits as well. But I would like to think about making some gardens before we leave for the day, because it would be nice just to get started on that so they can grow even while we're out adventuring. So why don't we go ahead and make the garden right now? I also have some good new bucks for us to use too, so we can hopefully upgrade it with the nutrient soil and the sprinkler right away. Since we have so many pogo fruits in the area, we'll go ahead and suck a couple of these down so we can throw one straight into the garden right here. And hopefully we'll have lots of fruit to harvest as soon as we get back. Of course, we have tons of hens in the area too. That's probably why this ground is so fertile. And I made sure to leave some of the roosters that we found in the last episode in the area as well, so we can hopefully get tons of little chickadees in the process. I don't think we're going to have to worry about losing the hens here completely because we do have some nests. So even if one of our slimes got out of the ranch and came in here and munched away at every last one of them, I think they should still respawn, which is a very good thing for us, especially since we have so many tabby slimes on our ranch as it is. But we'll go ahead and buy another garden because I think the only favorite food of the slimes that we're not growing right now is actually the oka oka. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we still have one of the oka oka veggies inside their pen. I placed a couple of them in the auto feeder, but let's see if they're gone. Yeah, and I think this guy is actually playing with one of the last ones. Can I steal one from you guys? I want to make a garden so we'll have even more food for you in the future. There we go. They were a little bit upset with that, but you guys are going to be very happy as soon as we have tons of oka okas to put inside your food dispensers. It looks like the rest of our gardens are really coming along well though, and I think that has a lot to do with how we upgraded each and every one of them. Now that we have the nutrient soil and the sprinklers in there, we're getting the harvest faster, and they're also giving us the maximum amount of fruits and veggies that we can have per harvest. So we'll suck up all the carrots too so we can place them in that silo, and then we'll zip on back to the overgrowth so we can start our next garden too before we set out for the day. Let's see, we'll throw this right in here, and now we'll have plenty of oka okas for our little rad tabbies. It might also be beneficial to us to upgrade our vacpack before we leave as well. We'll see if we have enough new bucks to hopefully increase our storage capacity. I think that would particularly help today because we do need to bring tons and tons of food to the Gordos. So if we don't have to go back and forth, since it is kind of a walk, that would be very, very helpful indeed. So we're up to the Tank Booster Mark III now. I think we've actually upgraded this the most so far out of all of the other things that we can buy for our vacpack, but it is definitely needed. Now we'll be able to hold up to 50 units of each of the things that we have inside our vacpack, and I mean that's going to help immensely, especially as we're trying to gather up the plorts too, if we're wandering about the world and picking up plorts from all of the slimes that we find. Who wants some of these plorts? I think we could possibly do that. Of course, it's Mochi Miles. And she's going to give us tons of pogo fruits and carrots if we give her just a couple of tabby plorts and rad plorts. So I think we will definitely do that. We'll just go up here and chuck some of these fruits and veggies into our brand new silo. I thought it would be a good idea to place a silo up here where we had our other chicken coop, just because it's very, very close by to where we keep most of our slimes. So not only is this going to be great for all the Gordos that we find, our little Gordo buffet, but we can also throw them straight back into our pens with the slimes too. So how are you guys doing with the auto feeders? It looks like our rock slimes definitely need more heartbeats, so we'll have to fill that up before we leave. And over here, one of you did mention that we can actually place the hen-hens inside the auto feeders, which sounds a little bit strange that we're stuffing live hen-hens into the auto feeders for our slimes, but it can definitely be done. So that'll save us a little bit of time too, because we don't have to keep throwing the chickens into the pens for these adorable boom slimes. I feel like we need to find them some more friends too. I'm not sure how many slimes we can actually keep inside a corral before they start to get a little bit cramped and upset, but we might need to bring a couple more into our ranch just for the extra plorts and the extra new bucks, of course. But first, the heartbeats. We'll suck up a couple of these and throw this straight into the auto feeder with our slimes over here, and then we'll make sure we gather up some of the rad plorts and the tabby plorts from these guys. Luckily, we can do both of them right here, and we can sell these off too. We are keeping the tabby plorts out of the plort market for now, just to kind of try to recover it. Since we have so many tabby slimes on our ranch, it kind of fell pretty quickly. We're not getting too many new bucks from them anymore since we've sold so many before. But Mochi has said that she has the inside scoop of the plort market, so maybe that means that we are going to be able to sell them off pretty soon. If she wants the tabby plorts, then there must be a good reason for it. So I guess we might as well keep the poco fruits and the carrots on us. We'll go ahead and bring all of these different types of fruits and veggies over to the big pink Gordo as long as we can find it again. Now, I don't think I actually have any room left inside our silo way back here with our tabby plorts, so we might need to upgrade the storage capacity of that one as well, just to store some more away. Like, I think we have a full 100 stack of tabby plorts waiting inside here, so hopefully it doesn't cost too many new bucks. Yeah, only $5.75, so I think that'll be okay. And then we can store even more on the backside over here, hidden away from everyone inside our tiny, tiny little grotto. And oh no, our slimes are getting hungry again over here. Oh, I think it's because since they love the odd onion so much, and since they are actually so hard for us to get, it is a little bit tricky to keep these guys fed. So, you know, I think I'm going to throw some of the carrots right in here too. We do have plenty of carrots thanks to the overgrowth, so I'm not too worried about losing our stock of carrots. And then, of course, the Q-berries are absolutely adored by our phosphor slimes. We'll make sure we take care of you guys too before we leave for the day. We'll throw some more Q-berries into your auto feeder. It looks like you guys were very, very hungry, and we have plenty of plorts to show for it too. And then, of course, our puddle slimes. We don't want to forget about you guys either. You did mention that we're going to have to fill up their water every now and then, so let's make sure they have plenty of water to last them through this episode. I don't want you guys disappearing on us after all if you run out of food to eat, since they do use the water to produce all of these lovely puddle plorts. But it looks like they're happy in here, all things considered. They're tucked far away from prying eyes. They just have the adorable smiling faces of our phosphor tabbies keeping them company. And they're very quiet themselves. They like to flutter around just like little fireflies, so I think the puddle slimes are very happy to have them as their neighbors. I hope so anyway. It's nice and dark in there too, nice and cool, so they don't have to worry about getting too hot. But we'll sell off their puddle plorts, and then we will get ready to adventure out into the world, because I think it's time for us to find that slime again. Now that we can carry 50 of each of the items inside our vacpack, that means we can take 100 pieces of food with us, which, I mean, that has to be enough to feed a Gordo, right? Even the Gordos can't eat forever, so hopefully 100 pieces of food is going to be just enough to keep it satisfied. I think the tabby slime only took about 30 or so of the chickens, right? Somewhere around that amount. I know I accidentally threw some into the ocean, so even though I think we had more than 30 when we went there, we didn't feed him the full 30 amount of chickens. So let's see if I can figure out exactly where the Gordo was. That is going to be the first question. I think this is the wrong way. This is actually where we can unlock the docks expansion, I believe. Yeah, the docks down by the ocean, so that's going to be fun too. Once we have 5,000 new bucks to spare, we can get another brand new area over by the overgrowth. But there should be another path down here somewhere. Yeah, right over here by this torch. And I think this is the right direction. This is where all of the twists and turns begin. So hopefully we're not going to run into too many tars in the process either. But if we do find some gold slimes, at least we also have food on hand for them. I think this might also be where we found the beach ball. Right? I'm pretty sure the slimes were playing with a beach ball way over here by these rings. I can't see it anymore, so I wonder if they accidentally like tossed it over into the water. Oh, that would be so sad if they lost their beach ball. Hopefully we're going to be able to find a way to bring one to our slimes too, though. And oh my goodness, we have a cuberry plant over here? I'm not sure if I noticed that in the last episode. That's good to see, though. If we lose all of our cuberries for some strange reason, then at least we have a way to get them back. And yeah, the tars are already out in full force, so let's go ahead and go through that teleporter. We have to fly across all of these tiny little islands, of course. This is why I had so much trouble feeding the tabby slime, because I just kept sending the chickens straight into the water. I think I even lost one of the boxes too, so hopefully today is not going to be a repeat of that. But there are so many slimes in this area. We have the adorable little puddle slimes, and oh my goodness, they're all coming in to say hi. That puddle slime is like, please get me out of here. I did not sign up for a pool party. Poor little guy. Well, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure they'll leave eventually. For that matter, I'm sure they're going to end up turning into a tars pretty soon too, so you shouldn't have to worry for too much longer. But is this the right way? I feel like we might be going in a little bit of a different direction, but this is what I meant. Like, there are so many twists and turns to this place that it's hard to figure out where you're going to end up. But this at least is a little bit familiar, because I do know that we went very, very high up to get to this Gordo. Yeah, we crossed a bunch of bridges, which led basically over the places that we had already explored, and there he is. Oh, smiling way up there next to the moon. Hello, big guy. I brought you an absolute ton of food. His big mouth is already open. He is ready. He is ready for his Gordo buffet. We could start our own restaurant if we wanted to, I suppose. But I wonder how many he actually needs. Oh my goodness, he's already pulsing. Whoa, that was really fast. So 30 pieces of food was enough to get this lovely slime key. Yes. Excellent, so that means we can unlock one of the doors after all. But before we open all of these boxes, I do want to very, very gently nudge you guys off of this cliff, because I don't want you eating any special foods if we happen to find them. In fact, we'll throw you way, way, way off there into the distance so you guys can join in on the pool party too, even though I'm sure the puddle slimes are not too impressed with that. And let's see what's inside these boxes. Since we're not too close to the water, we shouldn't have to worry about things flying away from us. Oh my goodness, unless they are roostros, then they might do just that. It looks like we have some heartbeats and carrots in there too, so that's pretty good as well. There we go, so some hens, some heartbeats, some roostros, all things that we need to replenish our stock of food. But honestly, the best gift is definitely the slime key itself, so we need to figure out which door we're going to open. We found a door inside the overgrowth through one of the many, many twists and turns, of course, but you guys actually mentioned that we might want to open one of the doors in the reef instead, because that might bring us to the moss blanket, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be up here. Is there anything special up here? I mean, this kind of looks like a pathway. We went down through the cave before, so I was curious if there was anything else hiding. Another little Gordo maybe that we could pop. It just seems like all of these tiny little steps are places that we can go to. There we go. More of these very mysterious treasure pods. So I think you guys also told me that what I'm going to have to do is get the slime science expansion, something along those lines, the lab basically, to open those. So that is something that will definitely be in our future. And I think that's our teleporter, right? I think so, but I don't think our jetpack is quite strong enough to take us over there. So instead, we'll zip off in this direction and go join the pink tabbies way down in this direction. This is probably very close to the pool party, which means that we should be very, very close to our exit. And can we actually get over there too? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if we can get to those islands. Again, I'm not entirely sure if our jetpack is strong enough for that, so I'm going to hold off on that for now, but that looks very suspicious. It looks like that is where that broken bridge probably led to, so maybe we could find another one of the treasure pods over there too. Not that we could really open them right now, but I suppose it's always good to map out these things in our head so we can open them as soon as we have the ability. But the pool party is still raging on, and it looks like all of those itty-bitty little pink slimes that we found before have made their way into the water too. I'll help you guys out because it looks like you're getting a little bit hungry. Okay, munching on all of those plorts. We'll harvest the carrots too so you guys can eat a little bit because you are absolutely starving. Oh my goodness. Swimming the whole night away has definitely taken a little bit of a toll on these slimes. But here is our teleporter, so let's, oh my goodness, make our way back to the ranch. Let's not go straight off into the ocean though. Let's try not to do that. It looks like some of the other slimes are catapulting their way into the ocean waves, but we are not going to follow their lead. There we go, home sweet home. So let's see if all of our different gardens have finished growing yet. Let's see, where are they? Way back here. Look at all those pogo fruits. Excellent. So we didn't even use our pogo fruits, to be honest, but at least we have plenty to store in our silo. And then our oka-okas too. Yes, our little rad slimes are going to be so happy. Let's throw our roostro back into the main area just in case they're starting to get a little bit old, because I did notice that some of our roostros are certainly aging. So we'll send you off in this direction. We'll send our heartbeats into this corral too, though it looks like you guys have plenty, so I guess we'll just store them away in here for now. And then our carrots. I bet you guys need some more carrots, huh? Some more carrots to play with, of course, since they do enjoy playing with their food. We'll just send them all in here so we won't have to worry about filling up their containers anytime soon. Oh my goodness, that giant radioactive grin. We need to get you guys your oka-okas. Thankfully, this means that we won't have to go back to the quarry every single time that we want to give them their favorite food too. We'll send one straight into your big radioactive mouth because you are absolutely starving. And I suppose we could do the same for you guys too. Sorry about that little one. That one kind of hit him pretty hard. Oh my goodness. They can't be too upset by it though because it is their favorite food. Who wouldn't want to be smacked in the head by their very favorite meal? We should probably do a very quick checkup on our crystal slimes too, just to make sure that they're doing okay. Just to make sure that all of those carrots have successfully made it into their corral and they've been eating even though we've been gone for so very long. And we'll throw some of these odd onions in there too because I'm sure they would really appreciate that since again that is their favorite food. We actually have 9 of them this time. Excellent, so it must really be helping since we upgraded that garden. But yeah, they look very happy in here. Hello, little guys. Oh no, there's still one who's so hungry. At least he found one of the carrots this time. At least he actually managed to find it. And we'll throw some of our odd onions in there so you guys can be extra happy. We'll save the rest inside the silo. Oh no, and it looks like our pogo fruits, or our Q-berries rather, have actually disappeared. Luckily, I think we have plenty of them stored away, so we might actually consider planting another odd onion in here instead. Just because they're so much harder to come by than the Q-berries are, we'll toss one straight inside this little garden here, and you guys are going to have so much food to eat pretty soon. Oh my goodness, one of the carrots actually got lost outside of your corral as well. Are you chucking them out of here with your giant spikes? I would not be surprised at all if that was the case. But we might as well collect some of these plorts at least, and we'll throw all of the tabby plorts, of course, into the silo too, so we can have 200 tabby plorts sitting in there waiting for the plort market to recover. That means that we're going to have quite the chunk of change available to us as soon as we're able to sell them off. And then maybe we can look into the 7Z Rewards Club. We haven't actually given that a try yet, and I think it's going to unlock some sort of decorations for our farm. If I remember correctly, the very first thing that it said it would unlock for our ranch is a weather vane. Yeah, the Roostro weather vane. So that is quite intriguing to me. I do love decorating all of our living spaces after all in games like this, so that should definitely be a fun thing for us to explore. So according to you guys, we want to go all the way to the end of the reef. And supposedly that will lead us to another one of the doors where we should be able to possibly unlock the moss blanket. So there must be some place hidden away in here that I haven't found yet. I know we found another place with the feral slimes inside the quarry, I want to say. There was a place with a lot of the feral rad slimes there, and the warning sign too that typically means there's a special door behind it. Did I just see? Oh my gosh, there's another one of those gold slimes up there. Wait a second, little guy. I want to feed you. No, don't eat our food. Oh my gosh. That guy is eating all of the food that we're trying to give to the gold slime. Has he disappeared? No, I still see him shining right behind that rock, but I don't want to get too close. Oh no, I think we missed it. Oh man, well we did try, but this greedy Gus over here ate up all of our carrots. I can't believe it. You know, I was just thinking too that we have to hope that whoever we find, whoever the feral slimes are that are guarding that door, are going to actually like veggies, because if they don't, then we might be in a little bit of a situation. I don't really see any fruits that we can harvest in the area, so I guess we'll just poke our noses in and see what happens. Now, is this the end of the reef? Let's see if there's anywhere else for us to explore way down here. We have a little pathway here. Yeah, and I think I do actually see that sign off in the distance. Okay. Okay, and we have an area. Oh my goodness. Over here as well? Oh my gosh. Another tabby Gordo. I had no idea you were hiding here. Okay, and we have some treasure pods too to open. Oh my goodness, we have to bring a whole bunch of chickens over here again then. And are you one of the angry ones? No, you're just coming to say hi to our little Gordo friend. Oh my gosh. So let's at least see what sort of crazy creatures are guarding this place. Okay, it's another one of the phosphor largos, and thankfully since they're pink ones, they should enjoy any type of food. Oh my gosh, but they are very, very angry. Very hungry, which makes them, of course, a little bit cranky, but you can understand that. So we'll throw food in their direction. There's actually tons of them here. Whoa, guys, whoa. Okay, calm down a little bit. I'm going to try to feed every last one of you, but you have to be nice, okay? That might have been the last one right there, right? I think so. Oh my goodness, they were so upset. So we'll go ahead and suck up their plorts too so we can sell those off later and make sure that we gather up our carrots as well, just in case we find another one of those gold slimes. But yeah, there must be a door back here, right? Oh no, there's even more of them. Even more of these angry, angry slimes. I mean, there must be something pretty special back here if there's so many different slimes guarding it. It looks like we have a sign off in this direction too, leading from the other way. That's interesting. And a huge bridge, but I do see a door over there. So we are in the right direction, guys. This is a step in the right direction. There is a pathway off that way, and it looks like we have, oh my gosh, adorable little slime statues. That is too cute. Look at that giant grin. It almost reminds me of the Gordos, actually, because they're so huge. But here is the door. Okay, so we might as well use our slime key on this door right here and see what's inside. Hopefully it's going to be something good. I would imagine that we would at the very least find new slimes here, right? Oh, the moss blanket! Like a flower blooming from a rocky crack, this emerald expanse hints at what could be. Oh my gosh, and look at all of these plants. Are these actually plants? I think they are. Of course, we can't gather from them. They're just like the little fire flowers that we found inside the quarry. But I am so excited to explore this place. They did say, if I remember correctly, that the hunter slimes were here. Oh, this looks very, very menacing. Should we take a peek before we end the episode? I suppose we should. We should at least see what this place looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, a very, very explosive welcome. Hello, guys. Look at this place. It would probably be so much easier to see if we had sunlight kind of like filtering through the trees. Oh my gosh. But we have another little puddle slime pond. Oh man, and there are tons and tons of boom slimes here and tabbies too. This is going to be so much fun to explore, though I have a feeling that you guys are probably going to turn into tars any moment now. There are so many slimes in the area. Let's at the very least read this tip up here before we end out the episode. We'll zip up here with our jetpack if we can, and then see what H has to say about the moss blanket. The first time I went exploring the moss blanket, I got stuck here, so I constructed a way out. It's just up yonder. Okay, so we're going to see a special little area that H actually made when he got himself lost. That's going to be fun. I wonder if we'll find anything special there. But I think we will save that for the next episode when it's nice and bright and sunny out in the sky. And for now, we'll go ahead and open up our Slimepedia and read one more entry in here about all of our little slime friends. So the rock slime is the next one on the list. Rock slimes earn their name from the rocky crown of sharp spikes atop their slimy bodies. But their affection for minerals doesn't end with their appearance. Rock slimes are strict vegetarians favoring the satisfying crunch of the heartbeat most all. Oh, they must be very, very happy that we left so many of the heartbeats inside their corral then. I am sure they are having an absolute feast right now. The dangers of a rock slime should be fairly obvious. Their rocky crown is sharp enough to pierce straight through a rancher's boots. But it's not all about watching where you're stepping, as these rocks are always rolling. When you see a rock slime revving up for a tumble, it's best to get out of the way. Yet another thing that we know from much experience, of course. Though I don't think we've seen seen any rock slimes out and about in the moss blanket yet, so that's interesting. We just have the boom slimes to worry about, and those are just as dangerous. Rock plorts are prized for being a key component in the production of blue metal, an amazing alloy that's stronger than titanium and lighter than plastic. Because of its amazing strength, blue metal is often a key component in the hulls of light-speed capable starships, synthetic appendages, and protective holophone cases. Oh wow, so the rock plorts probably actually helped us come to this planet, right? If it's used in a starship, so that's quite interesting. So we have a little bit of a slime science helping us just get to this world so we can make even more plorts for all of our people back on Earth. But yeah, I think in the next episode we are going to do quite a bit of exploring in this place. It looks like we're going to have just as many nooks and crannies to investigate as the previous area, so I hope you guys are looking forward to it because I know I am. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!